I'm going to be running through some examples of naming covalent molecules or when given the name, writing out the chemical formula for that molecule. Okay, so for the first one we have NO. Okay, and so if you look at the example above, it tells you that for the first word of the compound, you need to write out the prefix plus the name of the nonmetal. Okay, and note in example 2, if there is only one of the first nonmetal, we don't use mono first. Okay, we just use the name of the element. So here we only have one nitrogen, so we're just going to write out nitrogen. Okay, and then for the second part, we do the prefix plus the nonmetal ide. Okay, and I gave you the chart that's in blue that has the common nonmetal ides kind of written out for you. So we have oxygen, so it would be oxide, but we have to put the prefix before it. Okay, and so for the second part, if there is only one, we do use the prefix. So mono oxide. For the next one, we have carbon disulfide, and you'll notice that there is no prefix for the carbon. Okay, so that means that we only have one. So let's go ahead and write out the one carbon. And then we have disulfide. So di means two, and sulfide stands for sulfur. So we're going to have 2 sulfur. All right, for the next one, carbon tetrachloride. So again, we do not have a prefix for the carbon, so there's a single carbon. And then for chloride, that's chlorine. And if we look, tetra stands for 4, so we're going to have 4 chlorine. All right, for the next one, we have 1 sulfur. Okay, and because it's the first nonmetal that's listed, we don't put mono in front of it, so we're going to have sulfur. Okay, and then we have 6 fluoride. So if we look at 6, it's hexa. And then our ides for fluorine is fluoride. For this last one, we do have 2 phosphorus, okay, and 5 oxygen, okay. So because there's not just one of the first nonmetal, we do have to put the prefix. So the prefix for 2 is di. So we're going to have diphosphorus. Okay, we don't use the ide name for the first one. We just name the nonmetals, so phosphorus, so diphosphorus. And then for oxygen, we're going to change it to ide, so we'll use oxide. But first we have to put the prefix. So for 5, it's penta. So we're going to have pent oxide. Okay, so you'll know that I lost the A. If you would have put the A in there, I still would have counted it as correct. But generally, if you have like oxide or iodide, you drop that ending vowel on the prefixes before you merge the 2 words together.